All right. Shalom. First and foremost, we want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. The honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutation to the brother doing work of sincerity and the truth. The hopeful elect. The brothers waiting, praying every day for Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai to return so we can get out this place. Peace and salutation to you, brothers. The brothers want to get into a topic just on, just seeking the Lord, because what scripture was that, brother? Well, it's a wicked, it's evil to not to
to not seek the Lord.
Yeah, that was Chronicles, wasn't it?
I believe so, brother.
It's an evil thing not to seek the Lord because it's evil, man. To not seek the Lord, especially as the men of the Lord who we supposed to be, kings. We're gonna be a nation of kings and priests. We learning at this moment, man. I think it's 16. It's even not to seek Yahweh Shemel Shah, man. So because being an Israelite, that's your main goal. What's the first scripture say in the commandments, man? So.
I got three songs.
Go ahead, bro.
It's Ecclesiastes 12, verse 1. Remember now thy creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them.
Right. You remember Yahweh Shemel Shai before it's too late. Before the time come when everything is going in calamity. Before this devil start pulling his horns get sharpened. I mean, when he really come out there in full force trying to destroy the nations, huh? Destroy us as a nation, to pull it off the face of the earth, man. The Most High is about to open up a can of whoop ass, and you don't want to be stuck out there. Seek the Lord while you may be found, man. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say on that real quick. You don't act like an American woman, all right? They'll spend their teens, 20s, 30s, and if they look decent, their 40s, bullshitting. Or all these people, they spend their good years while they mobile, when they can bend their knees and still wake up with only 2 hours of sleep doing bullshit. Then they gonna want to wait till he's 60, 70, 80. They don't want to turn my life to the Lord. That's not the spirit to be in. As soon as you hear this truth, you're supposed to hit the ground running with it.
Right.
All right. Don't keep. There's another scripture that putting that off from day to day.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta, once you get this, you get it and you get started. There's no delay, because we had a dude that came up to camp. Is that what it was based off of the video? The dude that came up to camp.
You talking about Saturday. Talking about the young guy.
Hey, it's time to get serious. Tomorrow's never promised.
Right. And it says, the scriptures say the vision is set for an appointed time. So you don't know what time that is, man. And that's what the thing that we're talking about. You got people that come in this truth. I'm gonna say Israelite camp. The guys are not even camps. Guys is Israelites that thinking they got time to not. Well, let's put it like this: they won't come out to the highways and byways. It's about the family. It's not about going out on the highways. They're not doing the order of Yahweh Shemel Shai. To seek the Lord is to do all His will. To say what? Go to the highways and hedges. So we know Israelites not gonna go out there, but we know a lot of you Israelites are doing this thing because it's a popularity thing. It's a fad.
Call on the name.
Believe.
Name. Shit. Not everybody gonna be a prophet. Man.
They got to call on the name.
Bullshit.
You're not seeking the Lord when you're not calling on His name either, like the brother said. Because when you call Him Yah, you're just giving you're not giving the full effect of His name. When you're saying Yahweh, you're not saying His name. So you're not seeking the Lord, because the Most High would have gave you that understanding, and He would have placed that in your heart to know that that's the name. Like we spoke earlier about the brother, when he first heard the name. He was like, that's it. I said the same thing. I'm pretty sure these brothers, when they heard that name, they was like, that's it. All this time, you never heard the name before, and that's like, that's a blessing to even hear that. and to acquire the name and know that's what it is, because what he said, what was the scripture said? Remember the Lord.
In days that remember the Creator. In days
Remember the Creator in the days of thy youth. So if you remember the Creator in the days of your, you remembered everything, man. It's when the word is to remind you, reminded of a lot of things, man. And your spirit. The name is one of the things we're reminded of, man. That's already in our spirit, and he took the name out of a lot of people's mouths, and we could be one of them people. You know? Go ahead, bro.
This is the book of 2 Chronicles chapter 12 and verse 13 and 14. So King Rehoboam strengthened himself in Jerusalem and reigned, for Rehoboam was 41 years old when he began to reign, and he reigned 17 years in Jerusalem, the city which the Lord Yahweh had chosen out of all the tribes of Israel to put his name there. And his mother's name was Naamah, and Ammonitis, and he did evil because he prepared not his heart to seek the Lord Yahweh.
So that's evil.
Oh no, I got a scripture. I was watching that clip of that Edomite.
I
was looking at you. I got a scripture though, real quick. This is Psalms chapter 132, verse 1. It says, Lord, remember David and all his afflictions, how he swore unto the Lord, how he swore unto the Lord and vowed unto the mighty power of Jacob, surely I will not come into the tabernacle of my house, nor go up into my bed. I will not give sleep to mine eyes, or slumber to mine eyelids, until I find out a place for the Lord, and an habitation for the mighty power of Jacob. Now this is dealing with King David at the time when he was trying to bring the Ark of the Covenant back into the Holy Land. But he was giving his testimony. He says, I'm not going to sleep. I'm not going to eat. All right. I ain't playing Xbox. I'm not taking the children to the park. I'm not going to go hit up Shawty until I get the work of the Lord done. And that's the spirit that we have to take on. All right. And then another example. Well, that's straight on that. You got it, President?
I have the person.
Okay.
Whoever got it.
Over here.
This is 2 Corinthians 15 and verse 12. And they entered into a covenant to seek the Lord, power of Israel, power of their fathers, with all their heart and with all their soul, that whosoever will not seek the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Shai, power of Israel, should be put to death, whether small or great, whether man or woman. And really, that's the covenant that all Israel is under. And if you don't follow that, you're gonna die. That's why so many Israelites are gonna die in these last days, because they're breaking that covenant which was set up, which is to seek Yahweh Bashem Shai, serve our power, serve the one who gave us life and breath. But Jake don't want to do that, so what's gonna happen to them? They're gonna end up dying in these last days. There are if I can get something else real quick, the main purpose of any Israelite on the planet is this. This is Ecclesiastes 12 and verse 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. And a conclusion is the end all be all. Basically the end all be all. What you're supposed to do. What it all comes down to on the planet Earth. If you want to know the purpose of an Israelite man or Israelite woman on the planet, this is it. Fear Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai and keep his commandments, for this is the duty of us. Fear the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai. So I'm going to start over. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. So that's the whole duty of man, to fear the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai and keep his commandments. That's a whole conclusion. That's what everyone's purpose on the planet, mainly Israel, to do, is to seek the Lord.
Exactly. It'll be Israelite on the planet Earth to do that. This is Exodus.
Dude, that's the law.
Yeah, this is Exodus 20:1. It says, and the Most High spake all these words, saying, I am the Lord thy power, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. Thou shalt have no other gods before me, or no other powers before me. So Most High said, you do have no other powers before him. So ain't no way you have any. See, a lot of you do have other. Yahweh is another God. You know, you got other guys before him. Yeshua is another God. You know, you got all these guys who seeking the wrong way. They're not seeking Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. They're not because the Spirit is not on them. You know, they're going their own way. When you constantly getting guys like us in this great millstone camps that's calling on the name of the Lord, and you and they got the same video they can watch, but they can't connect to what we're the name of the vibration of the name of the Lord. There's no way. The Most High is not giving them that hook. The Spirit is not with them. So the Most High gave them that spirit. You know, no matter. It's a lot of. I realize now there's a lot of camps out here. There's a lot of Israelite camps that's just out here for the free lamb. You know, free lamb dinners and shit. And there's a lot of them out here. And so they can blow their shofar. You know what I mean? They want to be the shofar, so they can bust their fringes. You know, but they really not seeking the Lord. I mean, even in ancient Israel, a lot of them wasn't seeking them, man. You still only have certain selected men. You know, but hey, soon to be, the Most High either gonna put a spirit on these men. Matter of fact, I got a scripture for that. They're gonna return. This is Isaiah 55:6. It says, "Seek ye the Lord while he may be found. Call ye upon him while he is near." So you got to call on Yahweh Shema Shah while he's near, knowing that that's the only thing we have to protect us from the evil, the wiles of the devil. You know, this verse 7, it says, "Let the wicked forsake his way." Talk about you Israelites and the unrighteous man, his thoughts. Let him return unto the Lord, and he will have mercy upon him, and to our power he will abundantly pardon. So the most high will abundantly pardon. You got to come back to Yahweh Shema Shai. So from this point, you guys out here seeking the wrong way. You hear men of the Lord who really are doing the will of the Yahweh Shema Shai, hopefully to the best of our ability, out on the highways and byways. You see them out there in the cold and the winter, you know, and that's seeking the Lord, doing his will, calling on the name of the Lord. You hear us screaming it. You hear the vibration. People turn around when we say that name, man. You know, it shakes buildings. It shakes spirits. You know, it shakes demons out of people, man. The name. Then they say, Paul, what did he say? He rebuked them in the name of the Lord, man. You know, so you got to seek the Lord like in the days of our youth. Seek the Lord while he may be found. Because what? When the martial law tanks come, he only gonna have his on those troops. He only have certain men. He gonna protect certain men and women that he gonna protect. You know, from that destruction. While you had the chance, you should have did it.
Yeah, I got this Deuteronomy. I'll try to read it quick. This is Deuteronomy 13:6. It says, "If thy brother, the son of thy mother, or thy son, or thy daughter, or the wife of thy bosom, or thy friend," so anyone, any Israelite that you know, no matter the relation, no matter how close you are to him, it says, "which is as thine own soul, entice thee secretly, saying, Let us go and serve other gods, which thou hast not known, thou nor thy fathers, namely of the gods of the people which are round about you, nigh unto thee, or far off from thee, from the one end of the earth, even unto the other end of the earth." So somebody comes speaking that BS. This is what the law said was supposed to happen to them. If someone were to come trying to, look, let's check out Belial, let's check out Baal Berith. Ooh, Molech. Ooh, Baal. Ooh,
the sun.
You know, all that smooth talk. All right, verse 8. It says, "Thou shalt not consent unto him, nor hearken unto him. Neither shalt thine eye pity him, neither shalt thou spare." And this is linked up with that Chronicles. It says, "Neither shalt thou conceal him, but thou shalt surely kill him. Thine hand shall be first upon him to put him to death, and afterwards the hand of all the people." All right, and we know now today we can't do this, but according to the law, if you're not seeking Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, if you on that BS, you're supposed to get put to death. So if you coming up, you know, our people that don't know they're Israelites, they already got to get slated. But those of you that know you're Israelites and you still going off at different angles, still on BS, hey, if we was able to keep the law 100%, there'd be a lot of there'd be a lot of Israelites without heartbeats just laid out. All right, but we know it's not that time. But it's showing you that's something that's very serious. The Most High takes that very serious. That's why it's the first commandment. We're not supposed to have any idols. Have no other God before me. That's a
this is, you got something?
Kind of real quick.
Go ahead.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 8, verse 17. I love them that love me, and those that seek me early shall find me.
Ooh, kind. Those that seek me early shall find them, man. You got brothers that coming in their youth, man. Brothers that's and a lot of men already come in their youth. You got some men that come later in their life, but that's the time that the Yahweh Shem Shai wanted them to come in, man. You got men that come in here and end up being 30 years later. You got men that's coming in only 28, been in 10 years, you know. But it's still the spirit of Yahweh Shem Shai is adorning on men and having mercy on the man. Why? Because they seeking them and they stay faithful in the faith of the best of their ability in the name of the Lord and continue to use that name. That name is a powerful source, man. Continuing in that name, man, you will never lose, man. The Most High keep you connected, man. Never you keep calling on that name. Even in the time to come, you got to use that name and watch everything go together, man. You know, the path and the guidance that you're gonna have. You already got guidance when you come in his in the fold, man. He brought you in. The only thing you could do is, you know, pray that you won't fall out. I know you got something there.
I just want to say something real quick, Khan. That's another thing. Like that one scripture, don't use this, but basically don't use this truth as a cloak of maliciousness. Mm-hmm. The main, or you know, there's many things, but the main two things, or I'll say the main thing that you should want being in this truth is salvation. All right, to want to be perfected. You're not supposed to be in this for any ulterior motives.
Yep.
The son was in Psalms 34. Blessed is the man that have no guile. All right, if you in this for money or shit. I know. I run up. I tell him I'm an Israelite.
Yep.
I'm gonna say, look, this is how you gotta live, shawty. Now I'm gonna go to that one. I'm gonna keep doing it. No, man. No, this truth is not for any. If you're using this as a conduit for worldly gain, whether it be money, women, clothes, or any fucking thing, you know, these are, you know, that's the main things that come to mind. But if you're not actually focused on getting out of here, of seeing righteousness flourish in